Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Heather.
And we are
MasterPeace Astrology.
We're here with your forecast this week for Sunday, May 20th through Saturday, May 26th. And this is our first week with Uranus and Taurus. We have come through some big changes, Heather, haven't we?
I love this energy. I feel it very calming and very zen, and I'm having in my own personal chart, it's creating a grand cross, which is a square with all the fixed signs. So the Taurus and Aquarius are the transiting things, and in my chart I have Saturn and Scorpio. So that Saturn in Leo and Uranus in Scorpio. So it's creating like this box in my chart.
How's that feel?
It feels really good, actually.
Yeah, that's nice.
I feel like I'm growing, and in lots of ways, but it's not traumatic at all. It's just very calming.
Yeah, I think we really did good steering our audience through the last 6 weeks with that whole Aries Capricorn square.
Yeah.
It was just really compared to what.
It was really horrible.
Yeah, I mean it's not like it's all rainbows and unicorns now. It just feels different, and yet it feels, just to me at least, it's a welcome change. There's new energy and there's new opportunities.
A breath of fresh air.
We're having new thoughts and feelings. I think a lot of folks I've talked to start to cook again and ground themselves and being a little bit more nurturing.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's get on with Sunday.
Yeah, so tomorrow we have a change with the sun. So we're moving into Gemini season.
Ah.
A little slow transition from the Taurus to Gemini, which is a little bit more on the mental realm and talking and communication and traveling and networking.
Yeah.
It's just a very nice light energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially after what we've seen for so long, we were talking about how hard it was to communicate effectively.
Yes.
This is probably the best week for communication with the sun going into Gemini.
Yeah.
And also Mercury is eventually going to make it into Gemini when the moon's full the following week. So yeah, just it's going to start to ramp up.
Yeah.
But I think what you're going to notice is the next day on Monday, we have the moon going into Virgo Monday night. And when Virgo is activated, Virgo squares Gemini. Those are both the Gemini-ruled signs. And so we're looking at maybe...
Mercury.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mercury-ruled signs. Yes, very well said. Thank you, Virgo. So it's a square that produces an uptick in a lot of negative self-talk sometimes, anxiety.
Anxiety is like the big thing. So I would say it's like kind of a lot of mental energy going on. Perhaps with this Taurus, Uranus and Taurus, and then Venus in Cancer, and some of the other Taurus planets, it can maybe mellow out the Virgo a little bit because it is a nice trine.
It's
so we're
true.
hoping that maybe Virgo will find a little bit more security and not so much stimulation by the Gemini, that it can actually work together.
It's a good point, because we got the planets in Capricorn, and we have the planets in Taurus, and so it's like a grand trine on Earth. It potentially, you're right, it could be stabilizing. However, I'm always cautious with whenever we got Sun moving into Gemini, Sunday night. Sunday is like a placid day, and then all of a sudden there's a lot of mental energy Sunday night where there's this drive to start communicating with people. It could promote some insomnia Sunday night into Monday, Monday into Tuesday, and then even I think so just watch it with if you're prone to being sleepless.
Yeah, it could be over-analyzing and overthinking things. Yeah. The mind's going 100 miles per hour.
It's going to be a little bit dramatic compared to like how placid it felt like on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday night, so keep that in mind.
Tuesday has got some really nice aspects to the moon in Virgo, so that's why I think maybe there might be some help from our, Venus in Cancer and all these other nice planets to Virgo. So I'm going to call it like a kind of a busy bee kind of day, just kind of buzzing around doing your thing.
Yeah, Tuesday is full of aspects. It's not just Moon. Mercury gets involved with Neptune and gets involved with Jupiter in very favorable aspects with Earth and Water. That's going to be in the evening. What does that mean for you? An increase in awareness of the value of your spiritual life, spiritual teachers, and then also looking at where you're working, maybe where you're being kind of lazy, looking at the difference of reality and fantasy. Just because the moon's still in Virgo, it's going to be forming a square to Neptune. That's the real world versus the fantasy world.
Right, and also Tuesday going into Wednesday, there's a nice Mercury opposing Jupiter, which is a little bit like a seesaw. And the focus there, I feel, is because Mercury is about the mental realm and communication and thinking, and Jupiter is about expansion. It's also about your blessings and your spiritual philosophies, travel, that kind of thing. So I think Mercury is in Taurus and Jupiter is in Scorpio. It's an opposition. So we're going to have to kind of think about our values and our self-worth, and maybe bring in thoughts of empowering yourselves in some way in those areas.
I think excellent, and allowing also, as you're talking, is thinking of the value of spiritual teachers.
Yes.
And whether it's a deck of cards, it's a book, it's an actual teacher, it's a video. Great time this week to maximize those teachings, how you use them, finding them, benefiting from them.
Bringing in your inner Wayne Dyer.
Exactly. Just to really, the energy's out there for you to bring it in.
Yeah.
Channel it in, folks.
And Jupiter is all about blessings. There's another aspect later on Friday having to do with Neptune, Jupiter, which is, also about expansion and spirituality, and focusing in on blessings and being grateful, gratitude.
Yeah, a lot of idealism.
And manifesting, because also this Taurus and Scorpio are all about, Taurus is about personal possessions, and then Scorpio is about other people's, and you bring that together, and there's just, there's a lot of gifts in that, whether financial or spiritual.
Yeah, well said, because that water and the earth together are going to really help people, I think, feel a little more settled, especially after all that Gemini.
Yeah.
Virgo. Yeah. So, I think on Wednesday we're still going to kind of be processing, Tuesday, because Moon doesn't go into Libra until close to midnight Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, Thursday's the only day I see as maybe a little bit edgy, just because there's a couple little challenging aspects, but there's also some nice trines that we're probably going to be trying to play nice with people, as opposed to trying to get into conflict, because there's possibility for conflict, but I think we're going to go the route of trying to play nice, because the signs Libra and Taurus do not really like conflict.
No, that's well said. And we have Venus. They're both They're
fake it till you make it.
Venusful signs. I know, and it's really we have Moon in Libra, Sun in Gemini, Mars is in Aquarius in the background. There's a lot of that mental activity, and yet relationships and communicating about relationships are very much on our mind.
They are, and we're still kind of sweeping, just trying to get zen with this energy that's going on, because there's so much turmoil over the past couple of months that we're still kind of sweeping away the remnants of whatever was going on, so we may catch ourselves in a moment that we may have to process whatever happened and how we're going to come back at whatever situation is poking at us. But it's not going to be in deep or an intense or a horrible moment. It's just going to be something like, oh, this may have happened before, and I don't want to go through that again.
And when you think about this transition has been huge, going from Uranus and Aries, Uranus and Taurus, and again with Sun going to Gemini, all this air energy activated. What do we got in there this week? We have Venus in Gemini, we have Mars in Aquarius, so all of a sudden, there's a lot more conceptualization this week, a lot more thinking, and it's going to be a lot busier.
Yes.
Yeah, in that way. So I think you're right about Thursday. It could be kind of a bit of a pokey day.
Yeah, and then Friday we talked about transformation and communication, empowering ourselves. Great day for meditation.
Because early in the morning on Friday is when that Jupiter and Scorpio and Neptune and Pisces are exactly trine each other.
Yes.
So while that's exact very early Thursday morning, all week we're building up to it, we're feeling it. It's a very idealistic energy. It really helps you kind of get in touch with some of the secrets of life, your own kind of, maybe the mystery you are to yourself, getting in touch with some things you don't know about yourself. And guess what? There's some beautiful support for you. It's safe. It's going to be okay. There's actually some of the stuff we talked about the teachers you bring into your life in terms of what you're willing and able to learn and take in this week.
Yeah.
I think you'll find that there's just a lot of support for you. There's actually like a helping hand out there.
Yes.
And you can reach out and somebody's actually going to help you up. You know, we're all just getting smacked down just a few weeks ago, and now there's like a hand up, and
there's so much support in this energy. So always in this energy, just remember your blessings and be grateful and show the gratitude, because it's just going to keep bringing those experiences in for you.
Someone may come into your life as a teacher. Jupiter is the sign of teaching, and Neptune is spiritual. But just be careful of a couple things. Idealism is strong. Don't be blindsided by idealism and just believe everything you see.
Right.
And also, Neptune can be a bit lazy. Just saying.
Yeah, so can Jupiter.
So can Jupiter. The two of them, man. I mean, if you're not involved in some kind of spiritual practice or trying to improve the quality of your life and the lives of the ones you love, this could just be a giant couch potato aspect in which you're just gambling away your money, because this is also about gambling.
Well, and luckily it is Friday, so when you get home from work, you can just watch Netflix and eat pizza and be gluttonous that way.
And Friday's the better night to do that, because it's not the best date night, because Venus is opposite Saturn that night. I don't know. I just tend to feel a bit judged by that. Just saying.
I know. Yeah, and going into Saturday, you're gonna feel like the family responsibility, friend kind of responsibility. It might be nice, but you may just feel like maybe you're just feeling a little bit more responsible for other people for some reason.
Do you feel like the moon goes into Scorpio that morning, and it's a holiday in the United States here, it's Memorial Day weekend? I'm wondering that morning with the moon going to Scorpio, it's going to kind of bump into Uranus, it's going to, and I'm just kind of wondering if folks like Mars. So yeah, like you say, responsibilities, you may be called to act in a way Saturday morning maybe you weren't planning on.
Yeah, it's a little provoking because it's an opposition, so an opposition is usually something from the outside, but the opposition is usually, some kind of stimulation coming from outside of you.
Yes, outside, so while you think you might be sleeping in, somebody coming in from the outside saying, hey, you're going to take me to the landfill this morning. Let's load up the truck with garbage. Yeah,
I need to move my couch out of my house. Yeah. Remember 6 months when you said you'd help me move that couch? I'm ready now.
So so it might be something like that on a holiday weekend. So I think that's well said, right?
Yeah. But all in all, the week is very pleasant and enjoyable, and I hope everybody is enjoying this beautiful Uranus in Taurus and Mars in Aquarius and Venus in Cancer energy. Yeah,
and maximize the spiritual energy this week. There's a lot of healing to be done. I think we want to give a shout out to those kids at Santa Fe High School in Texas. The kids are great, the way you're speaking up, and our hearts go out to you. And also want to thank Judy Woodruff on the PBS NewsHour for really asking us all if there's something more we can't do for these kids. So with this energy of Neptune and Pisces and Jupiter and Scorpio, this beautiful trine we have this week, I ask all of us just to really focus in on our highest spiritual gifts and how we can raise ourselves up and everyone else. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So, right here, this right here is two very beautiful pieces of aquamarine, and I'm just going to show you right now how this piece of aquamarine is going to go right in. I'll look through the hole here. While I go through the hole, I'm just thinking about my mindful breathing. Look at that, that's really nice. Yeah, it's always important just to remember that the exhale is always longer than the inhale. So I'm showing you a picture right now of mindful breathing. And now this is a piece of apatite. And I'll put here you go. So, a little hard to see that hole. I talked with a woman who really can't wear any silver, so I'm making her a necklace of let's see, there we go. There's the apatite. And look how nice that apatite looks with the aquamarine. All right.